That's right. So much of the football spotlight this summer has been on the Cleveland Browns. They just finished a mini camp and will soon get ready for the NFL Hall of Fame game on August 3rd.
But not far from Cleveland Brown Stadium, there is another football team earning attention for its on and off-field play that could have far-reaching benefits for the city. So Mark Naymik, managing editor at our partner newsroom Signal Cleveland, is here to give us an exclusive look at this team. Good afternoon, Mark, and of course, welcome back.
I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me to talk about this project. It's been a bit of a passion project as well as an important piece of Signal Cleveland.
Okay, so listen, we're talking about a Cleveland Muny football team, one of more than 150 teams in the league. So the question is, and I know this is your passion project, what makes this one so special?
Well, Muny football in Cleveland's huge. Draws thousands of kids from Cleveland as well as the surrounding suburbs. But in one neighborhood in the central area, and that's around East 55th and Kinsman Avenue, they didn't have enough 12-year-olds to form a team. So the coaches in the league got together and said, let's combine these 12-year-olds with the 12-year-olds in a rival neighborhood who in the real world, there's a lot of beefs and tension, and they wanted to see how it would go ultimately to field the team, but also maybe build bonds that extend well beyond that field.
All right, lots of lessons to be learned, it sounds like, on and off the field. And you were there, we understand, to chronicle the team's entire first year for a documentary that Signal Cleveland is going to release later this month. The film we know is called Ward 5 United. So let's go ahead maybe and see a little excerpt from the film.
You signed up to give your team everything for every minute you out there. Are y'all quitters? No. Are y'all quitters? No.
There's always been these rivalries between the different projects down here in Ward 5. The kids usually inherit the beef in these rivalries. It's, you know, the neighborhood that kind of puts that weight on the kids that they're supposed to be enemies. You know, they're supposed to beef.
This season, I want them to take away family. You know, if you ain't have family at home, you got family here on this field.
At first I had a lot of doubt, but when I got to know the people, and I felt like it was going to be a great season, and it turned out to be a great season.
What up, Coach? United. What up, Coach? Who you heard at? Right here, Coach. Who you heard at? Right here, Coach.
Ain't no tired, ain't no cold. They cold. We ain't cold. Let's go. Let's get out here and get it done, all right?
Let's go.
Let's go. Win on 3, family on 6. 1, 2, 3.
Win.
1, 5, 6.
Family. Oh, yeah, you there.
That's the heart we've been looking for. That's the heart, man. We could have folded, but we didn't. That tells me that everything we've been working on all season long is starting to sink in with y'all. Y'all understand that?
Yes, Coach.
See what happened when y'all believe in each other and play together out there?
Yes, Coach.
We win.
Awesome. So cool. So can you give us a hint about how the team did last year and if they're still together?
Yes, so they did make it till the second round of the playoffs, and they are still practicing together as a flag football team. And those coaches featured there, Danny Solomon, who's Coach Boom, and Coach C. Cordell is still with the team, and they are playing there. And we had some help on this film with two Channel 3 staffers, Ty Choate and Susan Moses in the Special Projects Unit. It gave me some eye and story editing on this, which made this all come together. But these coaches really, they've come from the neighborhoods, they're sticking with these kids, and they're going to try to reform that team. Ward 5 United, which is that political boundary, and the uniforms that you saw there represent the colors from each neighborhood.
Okay, I have 2 questions for you. I'm going off script. Yeah. You know me. You said this was your passion project. Why did you gravitate towards this story? I mean, you are an incredible storyteller, incredible investigator. Why this football story?
Because it had a twist. We've seen lots of stories about football teams, but the idea of taking two separate neighborhoods with a long history of violence, quite frankly, against each other. And you heard Coach Boom say that they inherit the beef. Really, it's put upon them. And these kids already know each other because they go to the same school. But they had to work through this. They had 2 quarterbacks.
Sure.
You got to have one. You got to get this together. To follow a story like that and see it for the up front, up close, for the first year, it was hard to say no.
Oh, my friend, you are talented. We saw a little bit of it.
Yep.
Where can we see the full thing?
Thank you. Later this month on signalcleveland.org. It'll be on our site, and we'll do some promotion around it.
All right, our friend Mark Naymik. That is some cool stuff.
Yeah.
We love having you here, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.